Hello, I'm Bob of the BNS Awesome Podcast.
And I'm Scott of the BNS Awesome Podcast. And it's been how long, Bob?
I think it's been 11 months and amount of days, or it could have been 13 months and amount of days.
I think we've been trying to figure out when we actually started, but we're pretty sure we're close to a year. What was it, October?
October or September, one of those two.
Between October 15th and
September.
September 15th and October 15th.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there. So this is in the middle of that. Anyways, Bob's been playing lots of Destiny still.
Yep, I've also been looking at stuff online, and some of those haters out there need to play the game just a little bit more, because I whine about, like, nobody else's business of, you know, there's no lore in the games, but I've actually been going through collecting the lore, and it's like, oh, that makes sense, that's where Varrix went, that's the events of the game, and some people are just like, oh yeah, there's no lore, and all I do is complete the campaign, and that's it.
Fuck Destiny. I mean, Bob, oh shit, he's looking at me.
So yeah, Destiny isn't the best game in the world, but to say that there's no lore behind the campaign is just, yeah.
Well, that's good, because I listened to our very first episode again, and Destiny 2 had just popped. And we were like, oh yeah, it's pretty good, and all this, and I fucking love. Actually, we really just shit on it the whole time. I fucking hate this part, and I hate this part.
We had some good things to say.
It had
good music.
Good music. One good thing to say.
I didn't even re-watch or re-listen to the podcast, but I remember saying that it had good music because I bought the soundtrack. I'm still listening to it.
Yeah, the music was good. It was just the timing of the music popping was the bad part. Because you'd be like walking through a spot and there's no bad guys around, and it'd be like dun 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 dun. And then you'd be battling like the boss. Like, I don't know, you'd be in the middle of a strike and like you get to the boss and there'd be like just dead silence, no music at all. So yeah, Destiny 2 still sucks. I mean, I have heard good things actually, and that's straight up. I have heard good things about the new Forsaken, yes. You know, the content that was already in it, they took out because they could sell it to you now. Yeah, right?
Listen, just because I've got $1,000 over Destiny and all the special editions and whatnot. Hey, when's Halo 6 coming out?
Yeah, fuck. So it's been a year. What have been some of your, what was your favorite podcast we've done? Or a favorite moment?
I did enjoy the day we did the street fighting garbage. That was a fun day.
That was mine too. I was going to say, hello, I am Jean-Claude Van Damme.
And then whenever we see those actors in other movies, we're like, oh my god, 5 Degrees of Street Fighter.
So that was...
What were we watching that it's like, oh my god, that's the guy. That's the guy from Street Fighter.
That's Honda.
I know, but who was in the other movie?
I can't even remember, but it was fucking like we were just like, holy shit.
Everything is 5 Degrees of Street Fighter.
It really is. So that's one of them, and then my other one is Nick, of course. Shouts-to-Kiewski.
Well, yeah, it's not every day you meet a famous indie director.
Also, Nick's new movie, Hammer of the Gods, or Hammer, is it Hammer?
Hammer of the Gods.
Hammer of Gods.
Hammer of Gods is no the.
Yeah, I don't think
so. They're going King of Monsters thing with it.
Gods. Okay, I can't remember, Nick. If you're listening, I'm sorry.
Okay, like, can we tell that story about his lighting guys running away to work on a certain movie? And
yeah,
now there's another movie coming out where they also drop the for some of the stuff.
So, you give her, Bob.
So we were just talking, and we get to the point, it's like, yeah, a couple of guys jumped out when I was filming Black Mountainside because they wanted to go work on Godzilla.
Which you don't really blame him for. He even said that. He's like, it's a bigger production, but I was kind of like, what the fuck?
At that point in the interview, I just about fell over and had an aneurysm.
Also, I keep up with him on Twitter.
Scott's the communicator. I'm the guy who doesn't communicate. You'll never find me on the internet.
But yeah, no, I've been keeping up with him. And his cat, the cat from the movie,
yes,
has an IMDb page. And I was like, oh my god, Nick, we're totally going to do an interview with the cat. And he's like, well, try getting a damn word out of him. But yeah, so that was like Street Fighting Garbage was like one of my favorite episodes.
That's when we found out about the horrible multiplayer issues they implemented in the game trying to go through campaign.
Man. That was terrible.
Like, as soon as that happened, we started reading about it, like, oh my god.
Like, this is awful.
You try to make a match, a challenger has challenged you, a challenger. It's always the same kid, too!
Fuck that kid still. It's been a year. Fuck you.
And he's still mad about it.
Fucking street fighting garbage. Yeah.
I enjoyed my dumpster fire of the Godzilla animated trilogy, which I got.
It's still going.
I got my ticket. I'm going to see it, and I'll tell you how it is. And then a couple months later, we can watch the whole thing. And I watched the second one again. I noticed I have it dubbed now, so when we go to watch it, we're gonna watch all three, and you can listen to it dubbed.
Perfect. As long as it's dubbed, I will watch it because I'm sorry, I get tired reading. Yeah, no, we've had so many like really fun things. We gave away an Xbox.
Yes, if in the coming year, you guys should send in more questions if you listen. We would always appreciate your questions. And for that other thing, yes, I watched Master of Disguise, and I never want to talk about it again.
Oh, we're so talking about it again. I cannot find fucking Catwoman.
Low test. He's not even trying.
I'm very not trying. Sorry. Fuck Catwoman. Hashtag.
Well, there's a guy on our crew, he'd do a lot of things for Halle Berry.
I would go through glass naked. No, I'm not even going to say
That was actually pretty close to his catchphrase. I'm not going to say who it is, but he would crawl through a mile of glass
just to lick the tire.
No, it was
of the dumpster truck carrying her
You're
feminine products.
Yeah, you're just you ruined everything.
Sorry, that's the one I heard. Okay. That's like finally.
Everybody listening who's on my side of this, on the B side, they're like, Scott, you ruined it. You ruined the story. There's very few people. There's like two.
I give up.
Two.
Give up. That's it.
2 out of our listeners are on my side.
After the 97 times I've said it, I'm done. I'm gonna go put the fucking microphone into some water. Like, well, it's not even gonna kill me.
Yeah, it's 48 volts, but I don't think it's got very many amps.
I think it might like tickle me.
Help! I'm being tickled.
I'm being tickled to death.
I don't know if that's accurate because I checked on the roster and he wasn't there.
Who knows?
For those not in the know, I'm kind of sitting here. We're sitting here in my living room recording, and
this is like a rare episode at Bob's house. I think we've done
2.
This one.
We've done 2 other ones.
The Scorpio one, and the one after that or before it. That's it. All the rest have either been traveling, which we were thinking about doing tonight, but I really wanted to do the 1 year episode.
Yeah, which is really lame. We were going to go see a movie that I was going to make fun of, and then I was all ready to talk about Predator because I watched all the Predator movies back to back.
What was your favorite?
1 and 2 are pretty tied up for me, and the rest are garbage. Well, the one with Adrian Brody.
I was just gonna say, out of all of them, I really enjoy that one.
The Adrian Brody one?
For some, Johnny Tajiro, when he's like, fucking, he gets killed there. That part, I don't know, I like it. Okay?
It's okay.
None.
I got 1 and 2 that like top tier. I know some people don't like 2, but 1 and 2 are my go-tos. And like Predators is like, I was like, it's okay, I guess.
Predators.
That's the Adrian Brody one.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was like Topher Grace being a fucking psychopath in that.
It was
kind of cool.
It was competent. If I was to like give it a ghost rating, it would be 3 to 4, easy. But it's no like Predator would be 5 out of 5 god tier for me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then Predator 2, 4.5 minimum.
That was Arnold and his like awesomeness. Like that one, there was that, and Commando came out too. Like
I prefer Predator because it's great.
He was rushing it. So yeah. No, I've just been. I'm really happy with how the podcast has went. Did you think we'd be doing it for a year?
No, and I know we have active listeners because people always bug me about it.
Like
some people said, I just listened to it because I want to hear Scott's voice because I miss him.
That's right. I miss you.
Oh, jeez, I shouldn't have said that. People listen to this podcast.
Strange. Gentleman caller. Yeah, no, I totally didn't think we'd make it a year. I thought it was just going to be like a kind of like do a couple, and then we were going to start doing the video stuff.
Well, we are starting to do the video stuff. We're very slow in the pan because it requires planning, and unless the video's just me and you, it would be really boring.
Yeah, but we are getting it finally off the ground, I think.
Yeah, I gotta put the intros in. I've been a little busy, but I'll get that up.
Sweet. So that'll be like
2 videos.
2 videos.
Plus another one that we're gonna do right today.
We are doing a video today. It's a secret video. It's a Insta video. Wink. Yeah, you'll get it when just go and watch. www.youtube.com/WNS Awesome Podcast. I think.
Yeah, whatever. They'll find it.
It's a thing, okay?
So what else is happening? What do you want to talk about? It's our 1-year anniversary of the podcast, and apparently I was the only one who had faith in.
I had faith in doing the podcast.
Yeah, we're not gonna stop when we start doing other stuff.
We put it like we're consistent with it, unlike some other loot poop shames. Is that what it is?
Now we're dissing them again, but some people really like their content, so it's like they put out 1 video every 10 years. That's okay. That's a hell of an episode.
No, and we've done some stuff that I never thought we'd do. Like when we went to Odafest, yeah. Like I was like, it was out of my realm for sure. And now we're going to Vancouver soon, a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're all rigged out, ready to go. Got some rig juice, good to go.
And I'm gonna interview your sister.
Yeah, that's probably how that'll go.
How do you think that one's gonna go?
Well, I was gonna bring pepper spray, 2 cans, 1 for each hand.
For me?
Well, for you. Well, I guess you need 3 for Wiggles.
Pepper spray?
Wiggles would need.
Who's Wiggles?
Yeah, I'll be ready.
Is that her nickname?
No, the cat's name is Hedwig, but I call her Wiggles.
Oh, there's a cat. Okay. We're figuring some stuff out now.
So yeah, we're gonna go hang out in. Where are we hanging out? Where are we gonna stay? Somewhere that'll upset a whole bunch of listeners and make others laugh.
We're gonna go stay at the most influential man in America right now. He's been called the songbird of a generation.
That's not the reaction I expected, Scott, but that's okay.
Donald Trump. Trump.
Did you see that meme they got going on? Well, that's not the reaction I expected, but that's okay. I guess he said that on a thing now. It's like blowing up.
Yep, that's just not the reaction I was expecting, but that's okay.
Do you hear the things he said about our prime minister that can't be said in polite company?
What is he? Did he call him a douche? Did he call him a big doucher?
Scott, there are kids listening to this podcast, possibly.
Danny, who's he talking about? Shut up! He's talking about the prime minister. I just drank Budweiser. I'm ready to beat some kids.
It's a real problem. Whenever we were talking to Cade, another shout out to Cade, since we can never get out to see him because the weather's coming and I'm always working. But I've always thought about, it should be called the Optimus Prime Minister.
Wow! He looked at me very seriously when he said that. I don't know how to take it right now, but that was great. The Optimus Prime Minister.
Well, people would take us more seriously if the Optimus Prime Minister walked in.
He comes on the radio, he's like, "Hello, people of Canada. We have a mission against the the Americans. We need you to transform and roll out. Autobots, roll up. Canadians, get your hockey sticks." That would be pretty funny.
But, yeah, so what else are you wanted to discuss with our current anniversary podcast, where I'm going to talk really slowly,
sexy,
with lots of gaps,
an emphasis
because
on
I know you will edit.
I won't
the
That's like, oh, Scott's gone.
Wait, did that stay in?
That's totally staying.
Yes! I wanted that to stay in so bad.
Scott's gonna delete this. Aha! He's gonna delete this. Okay, now that I got that deleted, I kept it all in. That's right, fuckers. You heard it here first.
Sometimes I'm hoping the content that I'm expecting to be cut will stay in.
Sometimes I keep most of it. I don't know. It's mainly just like there's not much that I cut.
Even that time we admitted that you were the one who stabbed those people outside the bank trying to steal us $50.
Whoa.
What are you moaning about? We could just edit it out.
It was only a couple of people I stabbed.
Is it messed up that they never actually found the guy?
What's this? Sorry?
That was literally in town, in this town that we're in right now. Somebody tried to rob the bank with a knife, stab somebody, and got. There's only one way out of town, and they never caught him.
He was like, I got him! I got him, Red!
Yeah, that's a pretty messed up story from my hometown. Which they figured it out
they
yet?
know. They must know because we talked about Elford.
I know, but
It's
like
the fucking Wolverine one. That was the other one we did here with
that was the same day.
Yeah. So yeah, they must know.
Yeah, whatever. It's Elkford, BC,
Welcome
Canada.
to Elkford.
Come at me.
Sponsors of Budweiser.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah. Would have been like, did you expect us to, like, what were your expectations when we first started?
I didn't think anyone would listen to us, and now some people listen to us, so I guess it's exceeded my expectations.
Like, greatly. If I had, just give me 1 second, I'm going to tell you how many downloads we have.
Is this like
It
downloads or
won't be-
listens or tweets or scalps or Abibos or Pliskins?
They're Pliskins. Should we, like, change up the rating system once a year?
No,
From, like,
I like ghosts.
To, like, Pliskins to fucking...
We're sticking with ghosts.
Okay, so if we do... We gotta review Ghost. You do know that. So we now have... I think just over 750. This is accurate.
Is that downloads or listens?
Downloads, I think.
Because I know some people just listen to us. They don't want to waste their precious hard drive space on that.
Yeah. So, and then before we switched, because we were on SoundCloud, and then we switched over to Podbean. Shout out to Podbean. Not really, but we were probably about 150 on SoundCloud. So we're almost at 1,000 downloads, which is fucking ridiculous that somebody has listened to our voices 1,000 times.
I gotta say, I sound much better on like audio. That's something I want to talk about. Is that like this is like dead on capture with this equipment of our voices. We're like this whole like mini VHS camcorders and everything. Whenever you get the audio out of it, it never sounds right. It's like I don't really sound like that.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. But yeah, like I listened to this when I was like, any speaker's like, yep. Unfortunately, that's dead on. That's what I sound like.
Yeah, and it's true. Like I pretty much edit. I'd say 70-80%, and yeah, like I fucking try to make it sound as good as I can.
But that's you know, it's amazing just for me for how we've come along with capture. Like this is dead on. This isn't the most expensive equipment, but it's miles ahead of what we used to have a couple decades ago.
Like I've even been told by other people, like people that have listened to the podcast, and they're like, it sounds quality, and they're like, that makes 100% of the fucking podcast because it sounds like you guys actually take the time to do it, and we kind of do, but it's just like we have.
We try to edit some of the ums out.
You have the right. That's right. So I say I used to say
Not so much anymore.
every second phrase when we first started. So yeah.
As long as we're doing ums and shout-outs, you want to shout out to that comedy club that was at Odafest that said do less ums?
Oh, what the heck were they called?
Was it SCT or something?
Sure, that comedy club.
Synaptic Chaos Theater?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Say it again, Frenchie.
Anyhow, they pointed out that standing there with your fingers in your pockets like a hillbilly, like I always do, is apparently a defensive posture. I thought I was just lazy.
A little bit of both. Yeah, no, it's been really fun. And I'm, like, considering it started... Have we ever told how it started?
I think we did. So, Originally, we were going to do a fake news broadcast / variety thing going on. We were going to call it the Elkford National. We still might do it, but basically, a bunch of guys were like, oh yeah, let's do this. So I got all the equipment to do it, and then everybody bailed. And then Scott was like, hey, you want to do a podcast? And I was like, well, I got the equipment to do it, so. And we're back from our brief hiatus to continue our anniversary show. Scott, you may be wondering why I'm wearing a rescue harness now.
Yes, Bob, you put on a rescue harness. What is up with the rescue harness? It looks like you're going to get a green screen, get hooked to it, and you're going to be Superman.
I actually bought it for mountain climbing.
You're going to do some mountain climbing?
No, but it'd be good to videotape me failing to properly do mountain climbing. Plus, it's health and wellness.
It is true. We'll talk about that stuff later. Yeah, that is quite the harness. I thought that you were getting into like a sex swing or something at first, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think that must be. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry. That fucking threw me right off.
Train of thought, it's gone. Scott's checked out.
What do we got planned for the future?
Well, we're gonna do some.
BNS awesome podcast.
We're gonna do some interviews in Vancouver coming up, as you may have mentioned.
Yeah.
We are probably gonna hit a event there for a day or two.
Yeah.
We'll see about. We want to go like full guerrilla style from what we got stories from Nick.
Yeah.
We're gonna be wearing monkey suits.
Sorry, I blacked out there for a second.
Is it because of the Budweiser?
Yes. Too much Budweiser has made my brain slow. Budweiser, king of beer. So, yeah. Yeah, no, I just.
And after that, I'll get more footage in that foreign country. I'll go hang out in Kyoto and go to some temples, guerrilla style.
Gorilla style. Throw poop at him! Gorilla style. Is that like Gundam style? But gorilla style? Walking gorilla style.
I'm pretty sure it's Gangnam style, but...
Well, it's that word. I don't know. It's that thing. I don't know. Okay? Okay? Okay, you dumb guy? What else did you ever... What do you want to do? What do you want to do this coming year?
I want to hit more people with my car and also go to more expos.
Yes! This is the BNS Splattercast! Look at all this blood! Is that sirens in the background? Yes, it is! Budweiser, take a beer! Just have a big Budweiser sticker across the back of your Jeep.
Oh. But no, I think we should go talk to more people. See what's happening.
We have some lined up. We just gotta really get a hold of them. Just do it, finally.
Yeah, and we're setting up. I got my computer set up, servers half set up. We gotta finish that up.
Yeah. So we got a lady gamer that would like to be on. Which would
Who plays video games?
Who's a lady? What even is that? There's a couple directors. And a couple of actors that would like to be, that said they would come on.
The cat?
Huh?
The cat? Well,
the cat is going to be on?
We're going to get sued by
Budweiser?
Well, Budweiser's a given.
We're looking at you, Fernie Brewing Company. I keep on hitting you up on Twitter saying, hey, Fernie Brewing Company, fuck Budweiser.
Do they ever respond to you?
No, they don't respond to me at all.
Are they just like trying to ignore you?
I think so, but I am a fucking strong voice on the internet. That's right. I talk a bunch of trash on the internet and don't back it up. Welcome to 2018.
So, Fallout's coming out pretty quick, November, right?
Ooh, you know what else is coming out?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
And the fucking horses have ball physics. The horses' balls have physics, where they fucking sway back and forth, I watched a whole video on it, and like when you go up into the mountains and stuff, they shrivel up. And I'm sorry, Rockstar Games, that is the best fucking thing I've ever heard of.
You know, like, there's gonna be people just shooting horses in the testicles to see what happens now.
Right?
They were like throwing dynamite into horses' butts and.
Who wouldn't?
Is if there's like a throwing axe, they're gonna be throwing axes into testicles.
It is the best thing ever. Thank you, Rockstar Games. You could just have a game where it's just like horse testicles. And you're like, it gets cold. It's like you watch the temperature drop and you have to like shrink them up a little bit. There's a game. Bam. That idea is free, folks. Here at the BNS Awesome Podcast. Coming out with all the game stuff. Sorry, it was fucking like IG. Shout out to IGN for this. Because it was, I watched.
They're the same guys who do the boob physics ones in Japanese games. Like, do they
You
have
think
nothing?
Rockstar does?
No, I'm just saying, like, IGN looks into this stuff, like, way too much.
No, like, this was... Okay, so IGN, Kotaku, Polygon...
Everybody.
GameSpot, they all had something...
VG, whatever, 24/7.
Yeah. They all had something on these ball physics of the horses. And I was just like, are you fucking serious? Like, I spent, like, a good 45 minutes, like, reading through all these different places about ball physics. Okay, so I blacked out there for a second. That's right, I stole that from Jomo Senpai. Sorry.
I thought
We are going to interview him.
Is he going to come meet us
He
in
is
Vancouver?
down. He is down to meet us and hang out for a day. Take us out for some kombucha.
Is he going to be, like, worried when I'm wearing a rescue harness?
I'll just tell him to strap in.
That's funny, because I have attachment points.
You could be such a good dog walker with that thing. Just have dogs clipped to you. Take me, my puppies, take me.
What's that in The Simpsons? Needs more dog?
Needs more dog. But yeah, so you have no, like, real expectations for this coming year?
I already told you we're gonna go to
cons.
Vancouver,
Yeah.
hit the cons. I'm gonna do some stuff in the Orient.
Oh yeah, you're going over the Orient again. I might go to, like, the Dominican.
He originally, our plan was we were gonna do stuff in the Orient together, and then he got his something slapped.
My wife has something concealed in her purse, and she says no. I love you, honey. Sorry. Yeah.
Don't worry. We could just be like, we're going to Vancouver on our days off.
For 4 days. Yeah.
And
Mom, why are you sending me pictures that look like you're in Japan? We're in Chinatown, honey. All day.
You're Scott at the top of Tokyo Tower in Vancouver.
Yeah, it just looks like Tokyo Tower, honey. It's a replica. Have you not ever heard of a replica? Have you ever been to, like, Las Vegas? They have Paris.
Scale replica.
Scale replica. That's right. Why do you look like you're the tallest person in Asia Town? Because I am. It's not Asia Town, it's Asia Country. I mean, we're not in Japan. So anyways. Yes, secret plans.
It's a good thing she doesn't listen to this podcast.
She does not listen to this podcast. I told her, never mind. I told her some stuff and she was like, really? You're going to do that? And I was like, I'll send you video of it. Bob! Bob, you okay over there?
Cold season's coming, so I'm a little bit just coughing my lungs up.
He's a little nasally.
And not a little nasally, Scott. I'm a lot nasally.
I feel like I'm kind of anal. I mean, like anal. I mean...
That was a Freudian slip.
A Freudian slip. Oh no, he's got penis envy now. Good old Freud. What a fucking weirdo. He was. How did we get on to Freud? Moving on.
Somebody said penis envy.
Yeah, true enough. What other movies do we want to check out?
Well, I want to see Predators and discuss it. We'll do an episode on Predator.
Sorry, we kind of got off track on. We were talking about Fallout 76 too.
Yes.
Have you seen any more stuff about it?
No, I'm going to go in blind. I want to go into an MMO with no hope in hell.
Nice.
I'm going to find me a fat man and some power armor. I'm going to blow everybody else up.
fuck you, fuck you. Looks at me, he's like, fuck you too, motherfucker. And I'm dead. Sorry. Yeah, no, things are good. The podcast, I think we're at a good place with it.
Hopefully we do more events next year and things work out for scheduling, because I remember when I was at the Comic Expo by myself, I was pretty sad.
Was it pretty boring?
Well, I went around and talked to a couple people, but, you know, you go there to hang with your friends, not a bunch of weirdos. But I always feel good, because whenever I go to an expo, this is going to sound mean, everybody, but I go there, it's like, wow, I'm pretty normal by comparison.
Pretty normal.
In normal society, people are like, God, that guy's weird, but I go to an expo, they're like, okay, you're just above the line of normal.
You're a little too regular to be here. Like, what the fuck?
But
yeah, I want to go to the expo this year because I didn't get to last year. Or this.
We were going to dress up as King of the Hill, and then Bobby had to ruin it because the boy ain't right.
My name's Bobby Hill. I like fruit pie.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Yeah!
But we could probably, I don't know, since we got more to talk about, we'll go take a little break, and we will do our horrible video. Keep it in, so then that'll explain why I say, and now we're back.
Yeah, there'll be a moment. I'll just explain it now. So there was a moment when we were recording, and then my wife decided to phone, and then Bob's like, and we're back! And that's... Yes, that was what happened.
Keep this all in. I want it all.
I'll stay in. All
Not the 7 minutes, of course, but just when I say, and we're back.
No, we're back.
I want that part.
I might edit out a few other parts after that, but we're good. And we're back will be there. So yeah. And we'll be back right after these messages from Budweiser. Get over here, kid! I'm gonna kick the shit out of you!
And now we're gonna go film a video, and then we'll talk about planning. So we might be back, might not. So thank you for listening to our anniversary podcast. We'll probably get deeper into things in the next one.
From the BNS Awesome Podcast. Fuck you, Budweiser. And Fernie Brewing Company, looking at you.
This man does not represent my values.
I represent everything about this man's values. That's right, he needs legal documentation. I got it. I made him sign when he was sleeping. Well, thanks for listening to the BNS Awesome Podcast. If you would like to reach us, you can get us at our email at
bnsawesomepodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks, Bob. And you can also reach us on Twitter at BNSAwesomePod. You can also find me streaming over at Twitch, www.twitch.tv/Ink3DGuy. And I say it Ink Guy. And we can...
Isn't there other things I can find you on?
There is. We can also be found on Spotify now. And we can also be found on Stitcher and iTunes. So be sure, if you go there, rate, comment, review, all that stuff. And thanks.